Hey guys, welcome back to Lily of the Valley Coaching. This is your host, Bernadette, and I wanted to talk about how the karmic likes to make it seem that everything material is more important than spiritual. And these are the same people that are claiming themselves spiritual and being spiritualists and all of this stuff and being mystical and just so interesting, right? These are the same people that bash God, that talk bad about people that believe in God, that are divine and represent the divine. And they try to fill the gaping hole in their soul by buying things, showing off the things that they bought. But the common thread with that is that the initial excitement is there, but they lose interest with these things very quickly. It's because buying these things and showing them off is, in their way, trying to fill some kind of void that they can't quite place their finger on. All right? There's a reason that I'm doing a take two, because the first take, right in the middle of recording, the phone rang, and it's right when I was about to expose some things about certain types of individuals, and it's so convenient how the phone doesn't ring all day. I'm not exactly popular, and then right when I'm putting this message out, then all of a sudden it decides to ring. So take proactive measures if you are a twin flame reader, especially against the karmics, to put your stuff on do not disturb, turn the volume all the way down on your other phones in the house, do whatever you need to do so that at least for that 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour and a half that you have to put this message out, you're uninterrupted. Leave a message. It ain't that pressing. If it's so pressing, come to my house. Come to my house, okay? Like, it's so funny how when you're about to put a message out that's going to be helpful for a lot of people, all of a sudden you're the most important person in people's lives, and everybody wants to call you. Enough. Anyway, get to the point, Bernie. So the point that I wanted to make is that when the devil is trying to make the divine feminine feel bad about not having certain things, they're going to use material things to try to make you unhappy and feel like you're lacking. This is an attempt, because they're lacking the one thing that they want the most, in making you feel bad about the non-spiritual things that you don't have. Okay? Namely, popularity, maybe, or a lot of money, maybe, or a lot of people following you. Now, I'm going to give you a brief history, and I'm going to put an old video up here after this of exactly why my channel was attacked many times. Not only here on TikTok, but on YouTube as well. Okay? There's a reason. Now, these karmics will try to put in your face, oh, I have all this money, I have all of this, all of these material possessions. When you do magic, it's usually to bring material things into your life. Things like true love, you can't manifest out of thin air. There are certain contracts that are signed before we come here. And if you're trying to manifest somebody in your life that is not part of your contract, it's not going to work. Let's look at the karmics, okay? There's one karmic that I dealt with, and while she was able, through magic, able to keep him there for X amount of years in body, much like the filter on here, the one where it's your face and then little pieces of it kind of like dissipate into thin air, like those pieces go to where it needs to go. The soul, fragments of the soul, all kind of from where that person is physically, go to where they need to go, because magnetically the twin flames are going to magnetically attract to each other no matter where each person is in a relationship or not or whatever, okay? So what they try to do, since they can't compete with you, they can't defeat you, is that they try to make you feel bad about not having a lot of money or not having a lot of notoriety or not having this. First off, it was you that was blowing up on social media because of your readings, because of your work as a twin flame. They're the ones that were doing magic. The only thing that they were able to flex is the fact that they were able to steal. And being able to steal is not a flex. Any idiot that's desperate enough can steal. Anybody. But you got to be desperate enough to change things to your favor. Okay? So the lesson to be learned here, and I've made this observation, this didn't come from me. The Most High told me this. I said it one time, and this person that I have been speaking about a couple of times already, no matter what they've done in their professional life, in their spiritual business or whatever, they have not been able to achieve the one thing that eludes them, and that is true love. The very thing that they were after me, because I started in 2015, 2016, okay? If you know anything about my work, you know that I've been here for a hot minute, okay? I'm Karmic's worst nightmare for a reason, okay? They came in after me, and they were already doing magic at that point. You know, this is not something that they started after they were there for a while. They came in already having done magic, okay? So physical things that you're able to see, that's what they were very, very focused on. This is the same person. These are the same types of people that at one point, when we were just finding out what twin flames were all over it, talking about the karmic and what they were doing, this, that, and the other thing. All of a sudden, 2020 hits. And everything changes, including what assignments we already have. There are two people that give assignments, above and below, okay? And their orders were from below, okay? What happens as a result of that? When they find out that they're a karmic and they had to really sit and swallow it, that their lot in life is to be a karmic, then all of a sudden, very conveniently, twin flames aren't real. Twin flames are bullshit. Twin flames is a cult. Yada, 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 bing, boom, bang. Meanwhile, you were making all this money, making your card decks, doing your readings, doing all of these things reflecting twin flames. But you still, as a demon, want a high value, spiritually, relationship when you're a low-level demon. You're nothing but a patsy in the demonic kingdom. But yet you want a high-level soulmate. And you don't even believe in soulmates. So if you want a spiritual relationship, then you have to believe in soulmates. You have to believe in the terminology that's connected to it. But you have to respond in kind as a spiritual person. You can't just do a bunch of readings because you want to prevent certain members of your family from finding love before you do because they're younger than you. All of a sudden, anybody that comes into this person's life, oh, he's bad for you. I have a bad feeling about him. Why? Because she stands a better chance at finding love, true love, before you. You don't see her on here talking shit about twin flames. You see how God gets you? You see? He's the one that made marriage. He invented marriage. So you want something high level that's ascended in the clouds, yet you're talking shit about the very, very being that made it, that it's his creation. How does that work? How does that work? This is why you're struggling in your 30s and not a single healthy relationship to show for it. God will let you have all of your notoriety and popularity and money and all of this stuff, and being able to flex all the money you can spend to fill the gaping hole that's inside your soul that you want to be filled by true love. How does that work, darling? Man, you don't have the benefit of an older sister, so I am not your older sister, but let me give you some advice as an older sister. Maybe stop talking shit about other people's beliefs, and maybe that adamantium rock that surrounds your heart and your brain will chip away enough for you to let the light in. And maybe you'll find a chance at real love, because God is going to take away from you the very thing that you want, that has eluded you this whole time because you tried to take it from everybody else. Oh, you want to take it from everybody else? You want to be a karmic? Then I'm going to take it away from you too. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away, baby. Always remember that, whether you believe in it or not. That's what I got to say about this. Follow for more. You have to wonder. As I said before, God gives and He takes away. The thing that you want the most will elude you forever. Humble yourself, ma'am. All that money and all that popularity won't fill the gaping hole of resentment you feel for happies in love. This is why you talk shit against twin flames. Because it's the purest form of love, and you represent the antithesis of it. You're the thirst trap, while simultaneously saying, men, don't come into my DMs. But yet you have your ass hanging out. You have everything hanging out. Well, just ass, because you don't got much of anything else. But, you know, you have everything hanging out. There's no, what's the word I'm looking for? And I'm really gonna date myself by by what I say right now. Like, and I hate using the word like, so I have better proper English. While simultaneously posting thirst traps, making yourself available for these men to ogle, then simultaneously wanting to say, oh, I'm going to tell your girl, or I'm going to tell your wife, or, you know, you think that you're doing a service for women. You call yourself a girl's girl, a woman's woman, a proud feminist, but what you're doing is not feminist at all. It's not. If you really look at the basis of this, a true feminist is not going to post thirst traps and make herself available for married men. Now, the men need to be held accountable too, of course. But what are you contributing to this? You're posting thirst traps so that you can get engagement. You don't do it to not get engagement. And you can't control where you're going to get the engagement from. Because unless your female followers are a majority of lesbians that are into women that look like you, because not every lesbian likes your type, okay? Who else is going to appreciate it? Men. The very ones that you are so misandrous about because you have not been able to solidify a decent relationship. You're doing the absolute most. Now, he has your underwear. Now, he has your blood in a vial. Now, he has these personal pics of you. All three of those things could be used to do magic on you. You're not exactly bright. You're not exactly bright. You're doing the absolute most and not getting anything in return.
Meanwhile, you mock the people like us, the divine feminines that don't do things like that, and get mad when we're able to have long-standing divine relationships. But yet you want to call yourself divine. What exactly is divine about you? What is divine about you? If you got to do mass rituals to siphon, and let's just put it out there, these mass rituals are all there to siphon specific feminine energies from other females that are part of the ritual. Because you are an empty vessel. And you can't do it by yourself. And you realize that because your magic is lacking or waning. So you had to elicit everybody else. This is the whole thing about a coven. Covens are all about blending other people's specific powers, specific abilities, specific energies, whether it be zodiac, earth, air, all of that stuff, okay? Into a ritual so that you can benefit from that mass ritual. And the people leaving reviews, oh, I got this, and oh, I got that. Apparently you don't know how the devil works. Apparently you don't. Because when you're doing witchcraft, the devil's going to give you exactly what you want, but it's not for free. There's now, because you're part of that ritual, you have bonded yourself to this person's, the ritual leader. You have bonded yourself to whatever craziness is in her head. And because she can't live on her own, talking mess about Christians while simultaneously, I mean, it's the hypocrisy for me. Okay? How the hell are you going to live under your Christian parents' roof while simultaneously mocking Christianity? Well, how does that work? There must be some kind of mustard seed of, you know what the blood is all about. You know that the blood of Jesus protects. So you're not going to live on your own, because the moment you live on your own, and this is not about you not being able to afford it. I mean, you've made it abundantly clear you can afford to live on your own. But will you? You're under your Christian parents' hedge of protection under the blood of Jesus. So there's some small part of you that still believes that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Otherwise, you would have lived on your own. But you won't do that because you know what you're using to get everything you're getting. And you also know that the day that you leave the hedge of protection of your parents, you're exposing yourself to payback from these demons. They want payment, babe. And you're out here teaching other people how you live and just using things that you buy and popularity and vanity metrics to get people in. You're a snake oil salesman, ma'am. You are the equivalent of a lemon used car dealer. Bad suit and everything. But we're supposed to listen to you. Somebody that doesn't have true love, doesn't have true independence, someone that deals with anxiety and all kinds of mental issues, but yet has psyche in their name. Like, come off it, ma'am. Come on. We have to be absolutely real about our shit. We have to be absolutely honest. You're not being honest with your public. And apparently that they don't care much about honesty. I mean, there are those that want genuine and there are those that want curated. So, that being said, all that body and all that face, and you're lonely. You can't manifest what God doesn't intend you to have because you keep trying to take it from everyone else. There's a reason why everybody wants to find out more about twin flames, because twin flames represent the purest kind of love. Now, is everybody a twin flame? No. But can you learn from twin flames? Yes. That's what we're here to do. We're here to teach what true love is all about. True love is not about being a Jezebel. True love is not about being a Delilah. We're Proverbs 31 women. We're the modern version, of course. But we're, at our core, we are Proverbs 31 women. And you're the antithesis of that. So wherever there is a structural core of beliefs, there's always going to be an impasse. I'm still looking for the lie here. Everything that I'm saying, I'm really searching for the lie. Vanity metrics are one thing, but you're being in your mid-30s and still not having any kind of true long-lasting relationship until now, not being able to live on your own because you're afraid of those demons coming for payment, it says a lot. And it says even more about the people that are following you. Do they believe that that's the way to live? My challenge to you is this: if you are somebody that defends karmics, and how do people defend karmics? They defend them in the way by saying, let's stop calling them karmics. Just because they got the man that you wanted doesn't make them a karmic. That's something classic that a karmic would say. How do I know this? How do I know this? Because I had exposed my own karmic. And that night, without asking, I don't ask for my dreams. I never ask for my dreams, ever. That night, I had a dream confirming that everything I said about her was the absolute truth. And she was pissed about it. Okay? So whatever I teach here is through actual experience. I've been married. Okay? I've been engaged twice and married once. Had many relationships, actual in-person relationships, not long distance ones where, you send them a vial of your blood, your underwear, and some nudie pictures of yourself. No, I don't do that kind of shit. Now, those relationships ended for their own reasons, but at least it wasn't for those reasons I just mentioned. So, that being said, guys, I just want you to really use your discernment. And my prayer for you right now, I'm going to pray that everybody listening to me has discernment. All that glitters isn't gold. Just because somebody is climbing in the numbers doesn't mean that not all growth is good growth. All that says is that there's more karmics than there are divine feminines. And what does that say by contrast? That divine feminines are a rarity. What else is rare? Diamonds. Okay? Like, what do you know that is rare? What is of high, whatever is rare is of high value. Karmics are very available. They are in overabundance. Divine feminines are very rare to find. But we're out here. You won't find us doing what the karmics do. But because we have to share a platform, please don't think that we're the same. My whole work, my body of work, since 2014, 2015, has been to illuminate the differences between the two. So I hope that this has given you something to chew on, ladies and gentlemen. welcome and thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I do offer coaching. The type of coaching that I offer, and I do card readings, but it's not something that I put out there. It's something that you have to ask for, because I'm leaning more into my coaching, which is basically what I do is spiritual military strategy planning. I not only flesh out what's going on in your situation, I am very good at getting into the mind of the karmic. I'm sorry, that's the little dark side of me. Yeah, I get into the dark side of the karmic mind. It's kind of like the forensics. I'm like spiritual forensics. I'm like strategic forensics. And I can flesh out a plan for you as to what your spiritual strategy is. Excuse me. Spiritual strategy is going to be. Listen, I read all the greats. Art of War, Art of Seduction. Why do I read these things? Art of Seduction, because we need to know what kind of karmic we're dealing with. Okay, there's different types. It's not just Jezebelian. We lean on that word, okay? But there's more types than Jezebelian, okay? We have Athalion, Delilin, okay? Lilithian, okay? We have all types of spirits, okay? That we deal with, that are manifest in these people, because they're spirits and they need a vessel to operate through. Do you wonder why there's so much drive and why these karmics don't stop? Is because what's operating them isn't human. What's operating within them, I should say, is not human. So while they still have a spirit, it's being obscured by this other entity that's taken over. Because again, Jezebel died long time ago. She was eaten by dogs, trampled by horses first and then eaten by dogs. Okay, what a way to go. Okay? And it's not like she wasn't warned. It's not like she wasn't warned, but history repeats itself. These are the modern day versions of the Jezebels. But everybody gets their thrown out the window moment. And all of these karmics will. Okay? And if you're lucky enough, you get to see it. Listen, I got a little bit of a dark side too, guys. I do. Listen, you haven't had any like conversations with me. Anybody that has had any sessions with me knows that, I'm very in tune with both sides of me, okay? But I make sure that the light overtakes the dark, because the moment that I become completely dark, you're fucked. Okay? Because I do have a Scorpio rising and that shit. Listen, Taurus sun, I'm going to flesh it out for you. Taurus sun, Mercury in Gemini, which is right at home. Okay, that's why I'm doing this podcast. Okay, this right at home. Okay, and I have my 8th house in writing and communication. Okay, so I'm supposed to be a writer. Okay, and Libra moon. Okay, now if you look at my Vedic, I'm an Aries, with everything else the same. Okay, but I'm an Aries. So if you're a light Aries dealing with a dark Aries, there's no giving up, because Aries doesn't give up either. It's like if you have a Scorpio rising and you have a Taurus sun, both signs never give up. Ask a Scorpio that has been wrong if they make it their mission to fucking destroy you. Yeah. And Tauruses have longevity. You really fucked with the wrong one. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Know who the person is before you go attacking them, because even your demons will say, please leave her alone. This is becoming too much for us now. Leave her alone. They'll even tell you. And the coming for payment is because they had to do certain things that, everything that they do breaks the rules, but they had to do certain things that they have to report to their boss. Right? But all of these are operating within the confines of spiritual law as well. So keep all of this in mind when you really decide who you want to align yourself with. I always do my research, and if they are starting to talk shit about twin flames, and if they're, defending karmics, oh boy, no. Unfollow, So, like I say many times, guys, it's not just about you are what you eat, you are who you follow to. You are who you align yourself with. Okay, so make sure that you align yourself with the right people. Okay? All right, guys. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. This has been Lily of the Valley Coaching with your host, Bernadette. I will talk to you in the next episode. Until then, take care. Hugs, kisses. Love you guys. Reach out for services if you need my help, okay?